Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm actually recording this on March 23rd, so it's Monday, but I know this will post Tuesday morning. Wanted to kind of give you guys a quick overview of a deal that I lost. I, personally terminated this deal. It was supposed to, closing was going to be April 17th. Um, you know, Super bummed it's happening, or, happening the way it is going. Um, but that's life. You win some, you lose some. So this was a duplex that I got under contract with beginning of March, and it was going to be my second property within a year. And I was super stoked, and I just kind of wanted to go through the 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 numbers that I looked at when I did this, kind of what I liked, what I didn't like, and basically go over the whole reason that the deal got terminated, in the first place. So here's kind of a overview of the property. Duplex selling for 340, a little over 1,900 square feet. Both units are 2-2, and I was planning on, owner occupying this duplex, living in one unit that was currently vacant, and then once that second unit became vacant, popping over to that one, rehabbing it, and then renting out that first unit. So enough of that. Let's check out the spreadsheet that I worked up on it. So for this property, I was going to do a 5% down conventional loan. So we're going to be looking at this third column right here at the 95% LTV. Um, so it would be a down payment of $17,000 with a loan amount of $323,000. 30-year fix, there's our 360 right there. And then the loan payment would be about a little over 1,400 bucks. Um, I estimated that each unit, once I was out of them, would rent for, a safe number. I think it could get up to, 1,300 per unit. But we're just going to be safe. We're going to do 1,200 per unit just to make sure we can get those numbers. And that's something I also like to do when I look at this is, kind of underestimate your numbers just so you can, be on the safe side. Don't assume you can get a high number, because what you're going to do is you're going to get into that property expecting a number. No one's going to call you to, sign a lease to rent it for that much. And all of a sudden, this number that you thought you could get and you were breaking even, you can't get, and now you're either sitting on an empty property or you're leasing it out for less than what you wanted to make, and now you could be feeding that property depending on the situation. um, and all these numbers are exact. This is fine-tuned to what I would have been paying if this deal had gone through mid-April. So my PMI was going to be $79 a month. Insurance was going to be roughly 70. Property taxes, 250.83. Maintenance 141, and vacancy 120. So the total monthly payment would have come out to 2,072 and 22 cents. So that would look as a loan paydown per month. We'd be just under 480, so that's pretty good. And then a monthly cash flow of 327.78. So the total equity growth per month would be over 800 bucks. We'd be looking at 807.43, which for 17,000 down, and you're gaining $870 a month. I mean, that's pretty good, especially when you think, for this being my second deal, it's nothing crazy. There's not crazy cash flow. I'm not going to be able to retire on that, but it's a step in the right direction to make bigger moves in the future. So we're looking at $807 a month net worth gain every single month. And I mean, we can even play with, if we want to bump those up to what I think it could get in a good market. I mean, now all of a sudden we're at $517 a month cash flow. So we're just under that $1,000 mark there, which is not a bad number to hit. Yep, all those numbers right there are good. That would have been, that right there is the ideal situation. But what's also nice is if you start looking at, okay, what is the bare minimum I can get? So let's bump this down to $2,200, so $1,100 per unit. Bada bing, bada boom. We're still, you're still cash flowing. You're covering your maintenance, you're covering your vacancies, everything's being paid, and you're still getting a little bit of cash flow per month. And in Redmond, Oregon, I mean that's $1,100 a month for a 2-2. That is, that's a steal at that point. And what's even nice, you can, let's see what break even's going to look like on this. So right there at $2,000 or $2,050 in projected rents per month, that puts you at $1,025 per unit. You're feeding the property $5 a month. So that's what I like to look for when I analyze these properties is what's the least amount, something that I can cover on the property if I was really in a pinch. And in this case, that number is something that I would feel very confident in getting. And now, to kind of go over the reason that this deal got terminated, so you can kind of see here we got $340 was the purchase price. We actually negotiated closing costs were going to get covered in that deal, so I wasn't paying out of pocket for any sort of escrow fees, title fees. Everything was all included there. And then that ran about $7,000. So I had another $3,000 that I could then apply to buy down my interest rate. And, this 3.3 interest rate, that was something that, at any moment I could have locked in. We were at, I think, 3.29 and 3.37. And we were really looking for, like 3.1. But with the buy down, I mean, we could even change this to, a solid 3. And that's going to change these numbers even more to where now break even, you're making $50 a month cash flow. So helps you out a little bit, nothing too crazy. But with this 340, there was a little problem with, we had our inspection. I paid $750 for an inspection. And in that inspection, the roof came up as, very worn out, would need to be replaced sooner than later. So we had the seller pay for a roofing inspection, which they came back and quoted us $15,000 to repair the roof. So we were kind of back and forth with the seller, kind of, how that was going to be covered. And what it turned out to be was just kind of, a bummer, but, it's probably going to be a saving grace at some point, in the next couple months. We couldn't negotiate something that seemed fair, and I wasn't about to pay, market value for something that needed a new roof, is what it kind of boils down to. And so, anyways, yeah, we terminated that, and I'll be getting my earnest money back. I'll have my 17 grand plus change back in the bank fairly soon. So we're gonna see. We're gonna wait for opportunities and wait for something that's a little better deal, or something that doesn't need any work on top of it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to this kind of terminated deal that I had that was a bad day, but it's gonna be a blessing in disguise later on. And let me know what you guys have for deals that went through that you're kind of bummed about, and the good that came out of them. All right, have a great rest of your day, you guys.